All right, I need to talk to Dustin real fast. On the last episode, there was this sound that I originally thought was you eating potato chips, but that I later found out from Billy was you drinking a fluid of some sort. I can only imagine that you were trying to drink a McFlurry through a straw, but whatever. And then I got to thinking about it. You owe Lauren an apology. Because you gave her such shit over the way she eats, and yet you sound like that when you drink liquids.
No. So here's the thing. I was watching the wave files, and when I drank it showed nothing. So I was like, oh, he didn't get that. There's no big deal. It was quiet. And then Billy's like, listen to this. I was like, the fuck? I was like, why does it sound like I'm slurping? I was like, that's fucking weird. But to give you an idea of the visualization, though, like, Billy came up to me and he's like, what's this? It sounds like a bag of chips. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, no, the first sound is me picking up the glass. And then every sound after that's me actually drinking.
It sounds like you're drinking the glass.
I don't know, it's like, it sounded like it was like, tink.
Actually, hold on. 1 second. Did you hear that, everybody? That's the sound of Dustin drinking. I'll be putting that in there.
Yeah, me sitting there going...
It sounded like it was violent.
Yeah, it sounded like, and then at some point you must have tried to sneeze, according to Billy, and I thought you were throwing up, but it was like, it must be, do you hold your sneezes in?
So what was happening with that one was I had to sneeze, and I was like, I don't want to fucking blow their ears out sneezing. So I like held my nose, everything. I was like, and I was like, okay, good. It's nice and quiet. I was like, it'll be easy for Joe to edit out because it was trying to be quiet. But actually, honestly, making it sound like I threw up sounds even better.
That's great. Really, what you
so,
just did sounded like you needed, like you were trying to shit.
Oh, I know. It was a mean sneeze, and I was like, I was reaching underneath. I'm amazed you didn't hear me reaching underneath trying to mute the mic before it went off, too.
No, all I hear was you doing that, and I thought, like, I was like, is he throwing up or something? And then when he said that you were sneezing, I was like, he's holding his sneezes, and that's not good. He's gonna bust a blood vessel in his fucking face.
Blood vessel? Hell, I will have a full-on stroke from my sneezes. My sneezes are violent. But yeah, to give you that visual I promised you. So,
oh, Christ.
Before we got in, I ended up getting out a little late, and I like ran home. I had like 5 minutes before we started. I'm like, fuck it. Threw a cup of noodles in. I was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Waited for my cup of noodles to finish. Ran upstairs, so I'm literally sitting on the toilet, shitting while shoveling cup of noodles into my mouth.
Actual fuck.
So I was literally depositing it as it was coming out.
This is a classy household, man.
Hey,
That is unsanitary. You know what they literally say is, don't shit where you eat. Like, they say that. That's a saying.
Yeah, that's
well,
actually
unfortunately, I was eating.
That's like a law of nature,
shitting.
asshole. Cats don't even do that. God damn, man. You were fucking disgusting.
Look, it was that, or it was going to be an extra 10 minutes before we could start.
He was multitasking, Joe.
Exactly.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Zero Supervision. I am here with my two beautiful co-hosts. How are you doing today, Dustin?
By your sarcasm, I'm doing very ugly today.
Oh, okay. I wasn't trying to be too sarcastic, but how are you doing, Joe?
I'm doing fine, and, flattery will get you everywhere, Billy.
Yeah, I know. With you, it's pretty easy.
Flattery will get you 3 inches deep.
Hey, you can go ahead and slide into my DMs now, Billy.
Wait, what?
Slide into my DMs. Do you not know what sliding into somebody's DMs is?
That is correct.
It means to, like, slide into somebody's direct messages on Twitter or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's lame. That's why I didn't connect
You're
that.
fucking lame. Eat a dick, bitch.
Don't make fun of me for using lingo that you don't understand.
Anyways, off to the news today, besides Dustin's eating habits.
My eating habits are fine.
Or drinking.
Look, just because I deep throat my cups when I drink my water does not mean we have to make fun of it.
Dustin's the only person I've ever seen where he puts the entire glass in his mouth to drink.
There was a
He tries
video.
to turn every drink into a blowjob.
So there was a Russian troll, and he said he had to write an essay about Hillary Clinton to prove that he could troll the U.S. market. He was already a troll, but they wanted to see if he could actually be like a Facebook troll. So he had to write an essay on Hillary Clinton. Apparently he failed this fucking essay, but he would have been paid roughly $700 a month to troll people on Facebook. Here I do
Holy
that
shit.
for shits and giggles.
God, I'd like an extra $700 a month.
Yeah, no shit. I'll do that. I mean, you guys can give me half the money and I'll do that.
If you give Billy a big enough audience, he'd probably do it for free.
That is very true. But my audience would be very tiny because I'd offend so many fucking people. And then on to a second, more funny and relatable news story. This made me think of Dustin, actually. A gassy passenger forced a plane to land.
You motherfucker.
Oh, Dustin.
So apparently, the gassy passenger got into a fight with another passenger because he refused to stop farting.
Yeah, it was like two Dutchmen sitting next to him.
Dutchman.
And like he was passing gas and everyone was getting pissed off and they were like,
Hold on,
that's
was
it.
he Dutch? Was he Dutch ovening the Dutchmans?
Apparently,
But I just imagine the pilot during this was like, if you don't knock it off, I'm going to pull this plane over.
so
Oh, yeah?
I feel like this would have been an easy thing to solve. You just get up and go take a shit and push all that out as much as you can.
Yeah, that bathroom inside the airplane already smells really bad. Nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah, nobody's gonna care.
I just think it's interesting that they made an emergency stop because of farting.
Yeah, that's definitely not the highlight of his life.
This is why you don't have Chipotle before you get on an airplane.
That's exactly why I have Chipotle when I get on an airplane.
I now know not to fly with Billy anywhere.
Billy goes in, he's like, I'm going to torture every person on this flight.
That's right. Chipotle, and then I go to TGI Fridays and get, loaded French fries.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, Billy recently discovered the wonders that is Jack Daniel's sauce at Fridays, and it's changed his fucking life.
Yeah, no,
That shit is
it
so
has. Yeah.
So, the Chinese space station is going to fall to Earth sometime near March.
They say where it's going to hit.
Well, that's the fun part, actually. The space station called Tiangong 1 will re-enter between 43 degrees north and 43 degrees south latitude. Just so you know where that falls on a map, because I had no fucking clue before that, it pretty much covers all of Australia, all of Africa, almost all of South America, parts of the Middle East, and Asia, including all of India. Pretty much everywhere south of New England in the United States is going to be hit. And the good news for Europe is that they're pretty much safe.
Well, won't this burn up on entry?
A lot of it will. Some of it will hit the ground. They said it's almost like I think they said a 1 in a trillion chance it'll hit an actual human being. So it's even less likely than getting hit by lightning.
Oh, I'm excited for this. I have a better chance of winning the lottery than get... Now's the time to play, guys. I'm either going to get hit by a space station or I'm going to win millions.
How many stories do you guys have? Or
I just...
did you two?
I already did my two.
My story got done. Asshole.
I didn't
That's why I had so much to say on it, is I took notes on it and everything. I was like, yeah. I was like, farting? This is right up my alley. And then Billy's like, farting on a flight. I was like, motherfucker.
I'm gonna live tweet this shit right now, everybody.
Reporting to you straight from my bathroom.
This just in, the shit has left my anus, Tom. Back to you.
Splash down.
So a man went missing on a ski trip in New York and ended up 6 days later in California, confused and still in ski clothes.
I feel like there's a lot of the story that's missing.
Yeah,
Well-
there's a punchline here. I'm not getting.
Well, he has no idea how he got to California. He told investigators he has no idea what happened. He was reported missing. And sometimes around the February 7th, and he called his wife and called her by a nickname so she knew that it was him. And then they quickly lost contact, like the cell phone signal dropped, which is why your carrier matters, everybody. And then he, at some point, while on this excursion, bought an iPhone and tried to call her again. And then the police this time were there to help answer the phone call, and they had dispatchers send out police officers to them. He remembers very little, though he remembers that he suffered a head injury and rode in a big rig-style truck and slept a lot.
That sounds like my everyday.
He was dropped off in downtown Sacramento, California, and given a haircut. And then he called his wife.
He really had to
sweetie,
have that one person cut his hair.
I've been having a lot of fun in these trucks that I don't remember much on. I might have been drugged, but I got a haircut.
My ass hurts.
Feel like I've been sitting on it wrong or something. Something just rammed me really hard. It must have been the bumpy ride.
And my
You know what?
farts are so quiet now.
This guy went and had a wild weekend. He's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to explain this to my wife. Oh, my God, the police have been looking for me? Fuck, I got to make up something. I'm going to have to ditch my iPhone and buy a new one. Fuck me.
Sweetie, I don't know how I got here. I'm so confused. But look how good my haircut is. That's the one that kills me. It's like he got a haircut.
Yeah, I'm like, why a haircut?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like he was gone for months. It was just like a couple days.
I better look my best when I get home. She's going to be pissed.
Huh.
So, for my topic today, I decided to do a stupid arrest. I have no personal experience with this yet, but, you know.
Kind of surprises me too.
Why don't you go fuck yourself? I am a very nice, innocent person.
I guess we're just not counting arrests for prostitution.
That's never happened.
Not on record. It's been expunged. Okay, fine.
So my first one is a gentleman from Montana who broke into Raleigh Republic newsroom. He used the computers to watch porn and check his Facebook.
Swag.
He then sprayed the office down with a fire extinguisher, took some candy, and left.
What kind of candy was it? Did they say? Oh my God.
I don't know. I got more.
I want it to be that the shitty grandma candy.
No.
Yeah. No, I watched it be candy corn. He got a pound of candy corn.
Oh, I fucking wish. I love candy corn.
Oh God, I fucking hate candy corn.
So it wasn't very difficult for the police to find him. So he left a trail of stolen M&Ms that led to his
almost
sister's
M&Ms.
house.
Fucking Hansel and Gretel'd it.
Fucking no, he's E.T. Reverse
Exactly.
E.T.
Oh god.
All right, I got another one. This one's actually one of my favorites. There was a woman in Fresno, and she was stopped at a DUI checkpoint for being drunk. She told officers, "It's better that I'm driving. My husband's right behind me, and he's even drunker than I am."
What a
Dustin,
prick.
I see your future.
Lauren's gonna throw you under the fucking bus.
Oh, the worst part is Billy knows. Like I rarely, like I drink once in a while, like when him and I go out. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? And like I'll have like a beer, and he's like, "You're a fucking lush." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
What about that little gift that I have of you drinking 75% Jack and 25% Coke?
Again, that was set up. That was for laughs.
I was set up, man.
I was framed.
Don't
It's
worry,
not my
guys.
drink.
I'll share it onto Twitter later.
The crack in my pocket's not mine.
I got another one. A German bank robber sent emails to the police that was investigating him. He was basically making fun about how wrong they were about him. He told them they had his age, body type, and accent wrong. Then he corrected their announcement that he escaped on foot, but he had a getaway car. And apparently this bank robber did not know that they could trace his emails.
God damn it. Do you know how they got the BTK killer? They fucking did something really similar. Like, he wrote the police a letter, like, if I were to...
Actually, yeah, I do know.
Oh, do you have a thing for that?
No, but
okay, cool.
I watched something on that.
Yeah. And he's like, if I send you guys a letter, will you be able to trace it? And they were like, no. And then, like, apparently he used a floppy disk that was from his church, and they were just able to, like, figure out that it was fucking him. What a fucking idiot.
That, and he was printing out all of his letters through a Xerox printer, and apparently you can match, like, a printed paper from a Xerox printer to a fucking Xerox printer, and they match that somehow.
It's the
That fucking
typeface on it.
horrendous shit.
Yeah.
It's the typeface and the type of ink they use. You can, like, figure that shit out somehow. And I don't know how they do it, but kudos to them. Catch that motherfucker.
So, who here likes avocados?
I like avocados.
And bananas?
Of course.
Okay.
So if you're gonna fucking sing that song, I'm gonna cut you in the dick.
I'm not. But during Memorial Day, there was a man in New York. He was at a deli, and apparently they got his order wrong, and he was throwing a fit. And eventually it came down to he was throwing avocados and bananas at a clerk. And then he was promptly arrested. Now, the thing is with this, there was actually some serious damage. He broke the clerk's jaw with the avocados and bananas.
What the fuck?
I feel like he might need to be in the major leagues.
Yeah, I can break some jaws with my banana.
And then, for my next one, I love this one to death. All right, let me give you the title. Wife stabs husband with squirrel.
Like squirrel bones, or she just fucking took a squirrel and was like, "Ee!"
It's frozen squirrel. I'm calling it frozen squirrel.
The woman stabbed her husband with a ceramic squirrel. She was arrested on Christmas Day after her husband went out to buy a beer on Christmas Eve and returned empty-handed.
Bitch, why didn't you bring me one?
What the fuck? And then, as we move further on to assault, there was a 350-pound man who punched a pizza boy in the face because his order was wrong.
Look, it happened once, all right?
And the pizza had pineapple, and I'm not fucking eating pineapple on pizza.
I love pineapple on pizza. Yeah.
I got a really stupid thing you can be arrested for, and it actually really pisses me off. Rain gathering.
Oh yeah, that's fucking dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Everybody should it's a natural resource. You should be able to gather it if it comes onto your land.
See, I don't know. Can I get arrested for drinking from a stream? Apparently not, but you know.
No, because people are doing that raw water bullshit and getting fucking diphtheria and shit.
No, so what it is if it, like, there's a few states that'll let you actually do it, where you can have, like, this filtration system outside of your house, and it'll collect rainwater, and it'll filtrate it, and you can use it as your water. But there's a lot of states and governments that make it illegal, so that way you have to pay for your water. How fucking ridiculous.
Well, the good news is Ohio doesn't do that, because at the last place I lived, this guy had a rain collection system, and that's how he watered his garden, and it was, like, really fucking cool.
Yeah, so I just thought that was really stupid. I remember that while I was actually, like, finding all this shit. And then I don't know if you guys have ever heard of people that have called police because someone stole their drugs, but I've actually, I've known people personally that did this, and I don't socialize with them anymore because I'm afraid that stupidity rubs off on you. So, you know, it is what it is on that one. And then, here's a good one. So how do you think the most common way to get arrested while playing Pokemon Go would be?
Trespassing.
Yeah.
You're both fucking right. Trespassing. There are tons and tons of people that are getting arrested over and over and over for fucking trespassing. There's been some
Okay.
people that have gone onto government land.
I'm not gonna lie. I may have done some of this myself in the hype of Pokemon Go when it first came out.
You are a
And
sad
I've done
bitch.
it. Well, there was some shit that I wanted, and like, man, it was hot. It was hot at the time, and I've done it since then when it wasn't so hot. But I kind of held on to the Pokemon Go craze a lot longer than everybody else did.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
poor
was I
sad
the only
thing.
one that played it for like a week and a half, barely played it, and it was just like,
Yeah, that's what happened with
You know
me.
what, Dustin? Dustin, you can eat my ass, and so can you, Billy.
hey, you know what?
Joe did it for a
Present
year.
bitch.
I still play it. Go fuck yourself. If I got nothing to do, I go play that shit because it's still fun. Like even when you play by yourself, it's fun. So eat shit.
I would hope it's fun
agree.
to play with yourself.
You know what? How about fuck you, Oblivion boys? Eat shit with your little fucking make believe games. Fucking judging me. God damn, at least I get out into the fucking real world. You're not stuck on your fucking couches like you assholes are.
We don't run the potential of being arrested for playing our games.
No, you're just gonna like die of diabetes and like heart conditions because you never get off your fucking asses.
It seems like we struck a chord in Joe.
I'm gonna strike you with something, motherfucker.
You okay over there, buddy?
You're a fucking cunt muffin.
You want a hug?
No, I wouldn't want you to touch me if you're gonna pay me, asshole.
So yeah, that shitty Pokemon Go game.
So
I'm gonna re-edit this to say, I love Pokemon Go.
See, I'll admit I love Pokemon. I just don't like Pokemon Go anymore because they didn't do enough of what I wanted fast enough. Hell, there's still not like traditional battling in it.
Yeah.
have you two ever illegally parked?
Yes.
Oh, totally. I'm sure, like 1,000 times.
All right. So there was a guy, and he illegally parked his car in front of a business, and the business owner went and called the tow truck company to tow his car. So he comes back out, and he sees his car is getting towed, and he's just like, hey, hang on one second. Just let me grab something real quick. Instead of, paying his fine or anything like that, he set his fucking car on fire.
Hey, you can't take it if it's not fucking running.
Needless to say, he was arrested. That's not going to be my response if that happens. I promise.
That'd be like someone's like, hey, we're going to arrest you for a sex crime. Oh, yeah? Cut your dick off.
Now what?
Yeah. And then
What
being like,
sex
yeah,
crime?
what are you going to do now?
Have you guys ever been towed before, like, for parking somewhere you shouldn't have been parked?
Yes.
Negative.
I got towed. I was dating this girl, and her apartment complex had things. They had parking spaces for the residents, and then they had visitor parking spaces.
I remember
and
this.
There was no fucking signs where I was, but they said that was a residential parking space, and they towed my fucking ass, and it cost me $160 goddamn dollars to get my car back. And we didn't even have sex that night. Like, we didn't even do it. We just, what the fuck?
Wow, that is the most expensive, non-rewarding date Joe has ever been on.
I know. I'm like, the fuck happened?
Mine was I went over to a friend to play D&D, and I parked my car at a 7-Eleven, and they fucking towed me. And not only did they tow me, I was like, where'd you guys tow my car to so I can go get it? I don't know. So I spent half my night fucking paying for a taxi, because at the time we didn't have Uber, trying to find my car. And it cost me, I think, $200 for the tow, and then $200 fucking more dollars to pay the taxi for driving me around. The worst part is it was in Virginia, I parked north of Arlington. It was fucking down in Pentagon City. I was like,
God damn.
what the fuck?
How far apart is that?
That's a
For those who don't know,
man.
Pentagon City is about 15 to 20 minutes in the opposite direction of what I was looking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
so
you
that
feel ridiculous?
I was fuming. I was so mad. All right. So, what I got going on tonight is lately I've been witnessing this a lot more, which is people giving other people really bad advice. I mean, when I say bad, I don't mean like, oh yeah, you know, if you spend $10 here, you'll make $5, that kind of shit. I'm talking something like, example, today. I was sitting there at work and minding my business, and a mother walks by with her daughter, and I kid you not, says, if you want a man to stay with you, you gotta pop out a baby.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
And
Life
I was
goals.
like, what?
I
was
does
at
not
least
have their best interest at heart. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I at least was happy to hear the daughter sit there and say, why would I want a man that is only interested in popping out a baby? So I was happy to hear that, but holy shit, I was like, what the...
That's a terrible mother.
Yeah, I was like, what parents are doing this? Who's doing this?
When I was like 13 or 14, I was visiting my mother's family, and I went out to get Chinese food with my grandmother. And my mother's mother, she's a little blunt. She's a little out there. She good intentions, but you know, a little out there. Anyways, she basically proceeded to give me sex talk while I ate my General Tso's chicken. And then when I was just like, Grandma, please, no. My grandmother called me a pussy.
You are a pussy, though. I mean, let's be honest.
She literally looks at me, she goes, don't be such a pussy. And I'm like, Grandma, what the fuck is your problem?
When I was fucking 16, on my 16th birthday, I'm at my grandparents' house, and I'm sitting there, we're about ready to do cake and ice cream, and out comes a titty cake. My grandmother's got the biggest glowing smile on her face as she sets it down in front of me, and it's a cake in the shape of a woman's torso.
Dustin didn't request this or anything. No.
And I was
no,
like,
no.
what the hell is it? Like, my mother saw my face flash red because I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God. And my grandmother's like, they had cherries for nipples. And my grandmother's like, lick one of the cherries. Let us take a picture.
God, Jesus.
And I was like, holy shit.
Dustin, was it ice cream cake?
I don't even remember. I was fucking 16. It was half my life ago.
So speaking of dirty grandmothers, my grandmother is a real sweet lady. She
Real sweet.
wanted to look out for my best interest, and she
Very nice lady.
She sat me down at my birthday party with Billy, and we were in the back room, and she's like, you know, we just want Joe to be happy, but we just want him to be safe too, you know, just be safe. And she looks at Billy and looks at me, and then just sort of implying that she knows we're fucking, even though we weren't fucking. I have to say that a lot now. I'm like, we do not fuck, okay? Billy and I have never fucked. I could not describe his penis, okay?
Yeah, he doesn't know about that
Yet.
one freckle or anything.
No, not at all. And that it leans to the left. God, no, I wouldn't know that for sure.
And I don't know why your right testicle's lower than the other. No one told me that.
But yeah, she made it very uncomfortable for the both of us.
Yeah, I was not very pleased. Like had invited me to his birthday with his family because I was going through a rough time, and he was just trying to look out for me. And as I'm sitting there and I'm just eating birthday cake, minding my own business, trying to be polite, and she just comes into the room. She's been really sweet to me so far, and she starts giving the talk, and I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want any more cake. I want to go home.
I'm not hungry. I feel dirty. Grandma,
Yeah, so
Grandma, Joe's grandma, can I go home now? I need a shower.
Can Joe take me home? Actually, you know what? No. Can someone else take me home?
Take me home.
You guys
God,
are looking
Joe,
too
I don't
much
want-
into this.
Yeah, I don't need that. Somebody who's not going to give me the sex talk, please.
Preferably someone that doesn't think that we're fucking. That's my preference.
Like, apparently, though, I later found out that there was a lot of people at that party who thought me and you were doing it. Like,
Really?
and I just...
Bow, bow, bow.
No.
My mom has always claimed that she doesn't think me and Billy are doing it, but like she makes sly little jokes at me sometimes, and I get the feeling that sometimes she's really hardcore fucking with me, or she honestly thinks it's true.
She's like, I don't want to leave you two alone in our room.
I'm not gonna leave you alone in the living room because I'm afraid of what might get done on my couch.
What the shit? I'm never gonna be able to look at your mother the same way again. That's not cool, Joe's mom. That's not cool. We haven't done anything. We're just friends. Can't you be friends and not fuck?
Apparently not.
No. If you're friends, you obviously are fucking. I mean, that's the only reason, right?
That's
You
why
know,
I'm
in other
friends with
countries,
people.
it's more common for, like, you know, me and Billy are the same sex, but, like, you know, people of compatible sexualities to be friends. You know what I mean? So, like, in the other countries, you can be friends with somebody who, if you're a guy, you can be friends with a girl. And apparently here in you know, in the United States, if you can fuck, you're fucking. You gotta be fucking, right?
Oh, you guys hang out too much. You must be fucking. That's the only reason why you'd hang
You're
out with
both,
each other. Not because you're just enjoy each other's company or anything. You're fucking.
You both dress nice. You both present yourself nice, and you're young guys. You're fucking. You're definitely fucking. You're fucking on the reg, bruh.
Hey, no, it's entirely because of that. There's no other reason yeah.
Guys just to hang out and, you know, just fuck around and walk around the city and just, you know, have fun. Not fucking.
No,
Not fucking.
My favorite is the one where they think that you're fucking everywhere but in front of them. Like, you leave the room and they're like, oh, they obviously are going to go have sex.
They're like, Joe, honey, you've been in the bathroom for a while.
I'm just glad that me and Billy have never been on vacation together anywhere, because that would be sketch as fuck.
Holy shit.
God.
Everyone, like, your mother would be like, you can just be honest with me. You don't have to lie, Joe.
But one of the really bad advice I've gotten, I had an older gentleman. It was a while back. He told me, as soon as I get a job, I should buy a house and pay it off as quickly as possible.
Ugh. That's some old school thought process there. Yeah, get in debt. Real nice and early, get in debt. Buy a house. Buy a house that's really fucked up, too, so you can fix it up yourself.
Yeah, so it's a fixer-upper. It's a starter home.
Yeah, so you can put yourself in more debt fixing the fucking house.
And if you can't shit in the toilet because the septic tank's broke, fuck it, it's fun. You're young.
Just dig a hole in the backyard. It's okay. It's your house.
Well, at the time, I was working at a fucking, like, little movie store, and I literally looked, I was like, I make, like, $7 an hour, and a house payment is around here, because fucking Maryland's expensive, is, like, $2,000 a month for even a shitty house. Please explain to me on how I can afford this.
Yeah,
Please, Mr. Also told me that I don't need a high school degree or a college degree to be able to get a good job. Please explain this one.
Now, I don't agree with that. College degrees are awesome, but you don't necessarily need it. Depends on if it's a job where you can actually, like, work from the bottom and move up. There's a lot of jobs like that. But then there's also, we don't want an engineer who, well, you know, I started just helping that guy over there, and now I'm building bridges. Yeah, I mean, that one would require college. Or, well, I watched a lot of ER, and now I'm a heart surgeon.
Oh yeah, I would trust that person. Like I would.
That's the discount ER.
Oh, the other one I got told was you don't need the internet to apply for jobs, which is partly true. There are still some places that take applications.
Hardly any.
Not worth working at.
Yeah, but 90% of jobs are literally internet only. And the person's like, you don't need the internet. I'm like, are you fucking mad? They're like, yeah, just go talk to their hiring manager.
You know what really fucking pisses me off is those companies that want you to upload your resume and then also type it all out by hand. Like, that's fucking, it annoys the fuck out of me.
You mean where they have an online application and then you also have the option to upload a resume?
Oh yeah, and then you upload the resume and they're still like, so fill out the resume.
Yeah,
and it's like, I just fucking uploaded it.
My thing is that if I click that and I upload a resume, You shouldn't bother asking me for the fucking job application. I've literally already typed something up that answers all your fucking questions.
Exactly. But no, they don't. They just they want
They're
you
like,
to do it.
thanks for uploading your resume. Now fill this out.
And then there's psychological questionnaires they have up there too, which are like 100 questions long. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna have to do an exam to fucking get this job. Thanks.
If you find $1 on the floor, do you put it in your pocket or do you put it in the register?
Well, I know what I would do in real life, and I know what I would do like on this fucking test. Which one do you want?
Joe would put it in the register.
It's a fucking questionnaire about like how good of a liar are you? Like that's all they're trying to figure out. It seems like.
Yeah,
It's not a real. It's a hey, answer these questions that you think we want to know. Not a hey, here. How are you actually as a human being?
Who the fuck like actually gets tripped up by these fucking questionnaires? But whatever.
Actually, when I first applied for a job, I had to fill one of those out, and I was completely confused by it because it was one of the things that was like, so and so judges you on your appearance. How do you feel about that? And I was like, I don't care if they judge me on my appearance. And it was like, that's the wrong answer. We weren't looking for that. You should care about your appearance. Da 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 da. I was like, that's not what you fucking asked. You said, should I care if someone cares what I look like, not if I care about how I look?
Yeah, that's two different things. Like, if I'm wearing your doofy ass Dunkin' Donuts burnt orange fucking shirt, do I want to care what everybody else thinks? I don't think you want me to, because if I do, I'm not going to wear that fucking shirt.
Joe's that's a rough topic for Joe.
I've worked at a lot of places that required me to wear polos that were ugly and with visors that I hated. Okay, so
Green polos and green visors.
Oh, well, it's not just there. It was like khaki visor with burnt orange shirt at Dunkin', and then it was like a black visor with a bunch of different color shirts at Trouble Smoothie Cafe. I've worked at a bunch of places that required me to wear something on my head and a polo. If I never have to wear that at a job again, it'll be too fucking soon.
At Zero Supervision, that is actually the new dress code. So if you could go ahead and adhere to that, I'd appreciate that.
Need you to wear this shirt here real quick for me?
I would delete every account that we own.
Yeah.
I can't burn
fucking
down a
worth it,
building
guys.
right now because there's no physical building for us, but I would delete it all.
So
Joe's
Joe,
gonna find like an empty building.
we're
He's
gonna-
like,
we're gonna
"That would
need
be
you
Zero
to,
Supervision."
put on the hat.
Yeah, put on the hat.
Do it.
I'm like, I don't want it, guys.
Put it
Don't
on.
make me do it. I'm gonna need you to put on the hat. It's company policy.
Well, the next bit of advice. This wasn't so much a bit of advice, and Billy can relate to this one because he's heard about it. We were going to talk about this at an earlier episode, but I feel that this is advice coming from us. Don't give birth in a fucking forest.
Yeah, no, this is the dumbest shit anybody could possibly fucking do. You were looking to attract mountain lions and fucking mosquitoes. You're gonna get fucking Lyme disease and everything else, and then that kid is not gonna make it back to civilization.
Well, the other one is, what the fuck? You have no doctor. If you need an emergency C-section, you are fucked.
Fucked.
I mean, this is the stupidest.
Hey, Mr. Al, can you help me out over here with your razor sharp talons? I need help getting my wife's baby out of her.
No, they're not married. It's boyfriend, girlfriend. Two fucking kids that are too stupid to realize this is a bad idea.
They're both like 18 and 19, and neither one of them has had a kid.
damn it.
This is and they're going on like a 3 or 4 month hike, I believe. So they're gonna be literally out in like the forest, and they want to have a natural pregnancy. And I'm like, oh, are you gonna? Because are you going to have like a doctor or someone like meet you out there, or no, it's just gonna be the two of us. We just want it to be kind of natural. And I'm just like, ooh. Hey, Dustin,
You know
guess
what's
what?
really natural is the circle of life when the wolves come for you, bitches.
Here's the even stupider part. Humans have not had natural, by their definition, births in like 12,000 years. Our version of natural birth now at this point is in a fucking hospital.
Squeezing it out through your vag, man. And babies are getting bigger. Like, there is, like, studies that are showing that human babies have gotten bigger over time. And there's just less ability to push them out through your vag, man.
Well, that's a shame because she's really tiny too.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna break that bitch in half. She's gonna be squeezing out this kid with this giant fucking melon of a head, and she's gonna be like, "It hurts so bad, I can't get it out." And it's a awful long hike out of the fucking woods when you have a baby about to drop out of you.
Yeah. And that's the other one. Guess what? In the woods, there's no fucking epidurals. You get to deal with that pain. And I guarantee
I have a pine cone.
if I was your
I have a pine
boyfriend-
cone. I have a fucking pine cone. What can I'll rub it on you. Jesus. Here, bite down on the pine cone. I'll rub this other pine cone on you.
Is this doing anything? Does it still hurt? Oh, if I was her boyfriend and she fucking started screaming like that and she's like, "It hurts too much," I'd be like, "I'm out. I'm fucking out."
Oh,
Dustin's
sorry.
like, cougar
I'll go
food.
get help. And then he walks to a Chili's and has like some chicken fingers.
"Sir, are you here alone?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a girl over there screaming and pointing at you. I don't know her.
Actually, kind of shocked you brought that one up.
Like I said, we had talked about talking about that one, but we've never really touched on just like a lot of the things I was talking about were older generation to younger generation. This is literally younger generation being stupid. This is like the Tide Pod shit. I mean, young kids doing stupid shit because they think it's cool or different. You know what? This is how we find out you died in the middle of the forest.
His stupidity.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we
Sheer
see this
stupidity.
person anymore? Oh, didn't you hear? They got mauled by a bear. Oh.
Takeout. It's really fucked up, but I mean, that's kind of how the animals see it. That's kind of how the animals see it. Like, I smell a lot of blood, and I'm just a little hungry.
She's gonna start
look, a
giving
snack.
birth, and the vultures are gonna start swarming overhead. That's gonna be the last fucking thing she sees before that baby comes squeezing out of her and she dies of blood loss. God damn it.
Yes.
My other question, what is she gonna do when the perineum rips?
Ugh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and be honest on this one. I don't know what that is, and
It's the gooch, the taint, the
Yeah.
spot between your balls and your butthole.
When you give birth, sometimes it splits you
See,
from
I
your
know
B
that
to your A.
yeah, I know that does happen, and
Yeah, without
wanna
a doctor
cry.
nearby to sew that back up, if it tears and starts to bleed, it's gonna be real hard to stop it.
Oh my Christ.
start a fire and then you cauterize it.
Shit.
There is
Yeah.
no amount of money you could pay me to go into the woods with a pregnant woman and deliver that fucking baby.
I'm pretty sure this
Not-
is her idea.
I'm sure. This guy's probably like, whatever, I guess. I already knocked
Yep.
her up. I can't say no.
Yeah. So
That was
You
the
know,
other.
this guy's hoping that, like, her and that baby don't make it back from this trip.
Well, got funny because she messages Billy about it, and he's like he's not sure. He's like, "Congratulations."
Yeah,
She's like,
I
"Yeah,
was-
we were planning on it," and he was like, "Oh my god."
and then I was like, "Are you still going on your hike?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, no, we want the birth to be natural." I'm like, "That's not natural."
Well,
Like the
it'll
thought
be,
process, having the baby out in the woods, none of it's natural.
it'll
You'll
be
go out-
fucking natural causes when the bitch dies.
Jesus. Of course, that's what
How did
gets
she
Joe
die?
cracked
Of
up.
exposure and of childbirth. Was it like the fucking 1800s? No, it was just last week.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think you could turn a newborn baby into jerky if you were starving in the woods?
What is wrong with you?
The sad part is, I almost went, absolutely.
What's wrong with both of you, fucktards?
Hey, look.
Hey, we covered cannibalism. We all know that it can happen. Okay.
And here's the deal.
I just
can
want
make
all of our
another
listeners
baby.
to know that I am the sane individual in this thing, and that's fucking scary.
Like
Billy
I
is
said,
now the moral center. I'm sorry, everybody.
yeah, you guys lost out on that one.
We're all fucked. What were you saying, Dustin?
I don't fucking remember. I was fucking in the zone. All I can think of now is fucking bitch and her stupid shit. What the fuck is wrong with people?
God damn. I really hope she hears this. Like, I hope it gets around and, like, she hears this shit.
She's like, oh, this does seem kind of stupid now that I think about it.
Yeah, she might thank us later in life. Christ almighty.
Thanks. It survived. I survived.
Oh, God.
Well, my question is how do you plan to even have a kid with someone you've been with for like maybe 2 months?
Yeah.
The thing is, it's poor planning that gets you in that situation.
No. They planned.
Oh, no, you didn't, bitch.
Yeah, no. Billy straight out asked, he was like, was this intentional? And she was like, yeah, we were trying.
The fuck?
What?
I hate that. I hate that a bunch of people that are like in the 20 to 30-year-old range are trying to have babies just when they're not even married. It's like a thing people are doing. I know some people that are doing. I know somebody who did it. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. You're all dumb. You're all idiots. Don't do it.
Or when you can't financially like take care of the child or yourself. And I was trying to do this.
They'll be fucking miserable and they'll look like shit in school and everybody's gonna fuck with them. It's fine. It's not gonna fuck them up. God damn it. Move on now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Joe, we ready to move on to yours now? Because holy shit, we're all about to have an aneurysm with this.
I am. There's like a throbbing in the back of my fucking head now.
See, I'm fucking calm right now. I'm the only one that's calm. That's fucking terrifying.
Because it's so stupid. It gives me a headache. It's so fucking stupid. Okay. So last week I covered Olympic events that are kind of strange. And I covered at the end of it that I really wanted them to bring back the tug of war. And so since I know that the Olympic Committee is going to listen to that suggestion, I feel like I should be suggesting them some new events, some events to go along with the ones they already have, to make it a little more fun and a little more, at most times, adult. But I think we can bring in a certain kind of viewership with my new events. We're going to start off with the Spooge. The Spooge, quite simply...
That alone, the name by itself.
With the Spooge, you quite simply spooge as much as possible, and as much time, in as short a time as possible.
Oh, so it was exactly what I thought. I was like, this is a jerking off competition.
It's literally
it's
a race to the end.
Yeah.
I've got another one.
Yo.
It's called the cum toss. So this one, you're just measuring the distance of how far it can travel.
God.
I win.
All right, let's see.
I win.
Can you imagine judging for that shit? Being like, all right, put your dick here, and let's see. He went out 1.5 feet.
No, I need you to imagine this. They would have this shit in slow motion sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Like, have two people sitting next to each other who can shoot past, like, a finish line. They're like, oh, it's a photo finish. Let's check it out.
Now, are you going for speed on this one, or is this just, like, pure distance?
Pure distance. There can be another one for speed. It's just, the pure distance one, I got that from my own personal life, and, you know.
Oh, yeah, sure. So,
Billy says I'm the world record holder right now, actually.
Speaking of distance... I was at a friend's house one time, and we couldn't find him. We're like, where the fuck is he? I was like 13 or 14 at the time. We opened the door to his bedroom, and I kid you not, he was sitting in his computer chair, launched it up high enough that it hit himself in the face as we opened the door.
That's called friendly fire.
Dustin, if you need... If it's you, you can just tell us, buddy. You could just tell us. You don't have to lie to me.
It was not me. For the first time ever, I would own up something like that where I could shoot to hit myself in the face, going up against gravity. You're damn right. I would have owned up to that.
Wait, you can't do that?
No. Weird ass fucker with your weird ass muscles.
I was just saying from life experience. The only reason why I said life experience and how this actually brought it up is one time someone else was helping me out with that whole like thing. It wasn't like I was doing it myself. Someone was definitely stroking the motion on that one, and it was in the shower. And when I came, it hit the fucking shower wall and made a thud.
Gross.
It was literally
God.
just like...
Imagine if I hit somebody in the face. Oh, my eye! Next day, they look like they fucking went boxing with Mike Tyson. What happened? I don't want to talk. I was in a fight.
I don't want to talk about it. I burnt the roast.
So I feel like there should be a competitive eating sport in the Olympics. You know, there's already the Nathan's Hot Dog Challenge and there's hot wing challenges, but I think there's something we can offer to the Olympics that nobody else is doing right now, and that's a competitive Rocky Mountain oyster eating contest.
Oh, Joe, you could win this.
Do you know what a Rocky Mountain oyster is, guys?
I do.
I do, but why don't you go ahead and elaborate for the...
A Rocky Mountain oyster is a fried cow testicle.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds chewy.
Yeah, that's what the same sounds chewy. Do you think, what kind of sauce do you serve that with? Is it ketchup or...
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Gross. It's salty. Oh, no, it's worse.
Well, I was going to say lumpy
No, you serve it
mayo.
with mayonnaise. It's just straight up horseradish mayonnaise. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
It needs to be themed.
Okay, so I'm sure you've heard of tobogganing, and I'm sure you've heard of the bobsled, but now you've heard of turd-bogganing.
You're literally shitting down a slope.
Everybody who's at the Olympic Games has to shit off the side of this like slope, and it all gets collected there. It's the last Olympic. It's how you close out the Olympic Games, and then you have people get on toboggans and ride through the shit.
Oh, that's much worse than what I thought. How about you try and, like, race the shit down the hill?
Yeah, I thought it was like tubing only down a fucking shit hill.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
That's
you
it.
guys
That's
are
it.
on
No,
the
that's
same.
it.
You guys are on the same page.
You got it. No, you would be excellent at this, Dustin.
By the way, I just want to point this out. By the way, in one of our earlier episodes, in fact, it was our maiden voyage, our introduction. Joe said that he was above dick jokes.
I am, but this called for it, and there was really nothing else to be done with this. Anyways, moving on.
I was going to say,
Dick
we've been
jokes,
making dick jokes since like episode 3, and it's been non-stop slope since then.
Anyways, moving on to other dick jokes. I had dick fencing, which is, it's a sword fight with your dick.
I would lose immediately because I could never hit the target.
Joe would be in there clubbing people to death.
We had a band,
Joe would be like Homie from In Living Color, Homie the Clown. He'd be like, Joe, don't play that.
Joe would take Viagra right before, so that way he could just hold a 2-hour-long erection and just club as many people down with that.
Now, I'm sure the IOC would be like, no, you can't have that. That's a drug doping. You can't have that shit. They would ruin
Joe
it.
would have to get tested with every single event.
I got horse Viagra.
How about I don't know. Let's do like the longest dock. You guys know what docking is?
Yes. But please tell us, Billy.
Yeah, I was saying, actually,
what is
I don't
docking?
know that one. Please explain.
Oh, okay. Well,
From your
docking
own
is-
personal experience.
Yeah, so docking, it's where two guys take the heads of their penises and they
And
basically
they make them kiss.
Yeah, they kiss, and if you have a foreskin, you pull the foreskin over the other penis. It's called the longest dock. Who can hold this the longest? No Viagra allowed.
So, you've heard of curling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now you've heard of hurling. And in hurling, you try to make the opposing country's athlete vomit by any means necessary. The country with the strongest stomach wins.
Here's another one where I lose, no, actually I'd win because I wouldn't throw up. I don't vomit from watching other people vomit.
No. It's not because they're vomiting.
Joe would instant lose.
Yeah, I definitely no. This is not my sport. I would lose.
Joe's a sympathy vomiter.
Yeah, it would not be fun. The sound of people vomiting and the smell of it and like just everything to do with it really makes me want to vomit.
See, I have the nervous laugh of when I see someone else or even something vomiting, I laugh uncontrollably. And it turns me into the biggest douchebag ever because people are like, wow, you're laughing at it? I'm like, it's a nervous habit. I can't help it.
You know, Logan Paul tried to say it was a nervous habit, too.
Okay, moving on.
See, I was about to make a joke at my own expense about my son being sick all the time, but you know.
That's not at your expense, that's at your son's expense.
No, because it makes me look like an asshole for laughing at my son for throwing up.
That makes you an asshole for laughing at him.
We don't want Dustin to lose his custody of his child, so let's not do that. You pussy, you're throwing up.
No, it's usually because what'll happen is I'll put him in situations where he doesn't quite throw up, but he gags. And there was one time where one of my cats had thrown up. And Chris, he could not handle it. Like, he saw the throw up, he just started gagging, and I'm laughing uncontrollably. We got it all cleaned up, and he's laying in bed. And I acted like I had some in my hand. I was like, Christopher, look at this, look at this, look at this. And he looks at it and goes, and just throws up everywhere. And I was just like, oh my God, I did not intend that. I just wanted him to gag again.
That's gross.
He's like, take this.
Here's where it gets gross. It was thick enough that I cleaned it up with a spatula.
Fucking nasty.
And he's laughing at me as I'm like, fuck it, God damn it. And he's like, that's what you get.
That's what you get.
So I think I have another event that I might dominate at. You've heard of ping pong. Now you've heard of ding dong. With ding dong, it's like ping pong, but you're playing it with your dick.
Another sport
of a
that
battle.
Joe would be good at, and I would fail miserably.
Then there is skiing. Now, you may think skiing is already an
I'm already
Olympic event,
grossed
right?
out.
But
grossed
no,
out.
this is a little bit different. A competitor, male or female, we don't judge here at Zero Supervision, has two males on either side of them. And this competitor grabs a hold of the two cocks and starts skiing with them, if you will. And the object is to get them off the fastest and to synchronize the ejaculations. It's a team sport.
You know, you call it a team sport. Other people call it a porno.
You know, I'm just saying that, like, we could be a skiing team, guys.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can. Anyway.
I'm out. I'm not doing that one.
And for my last and final event, figureless skating.
Wait, what?
Figureless skating. You've heard of figure skating. This is figureless skating. This is skating for fat people.
That is exactly what I was going to. I was like, no, but he wouldn't make fat jokes.
You know, I actually went a little worse with it. I was like, what is this, fucking Michael J. Fox on ice?
Oh. That's wow. It's a really sad, like, on ice version of Back to the Future.
Of what?
It's a real sad Back to the Future on ice.
We're all going to yeah.
To hell? Probably.
Or at least our version of it. We're definitely not going anywhere nice.
Well, that's not nice. You don't know that. I'm a good person.
Trying really hard not to make a Michael J. Fox joke. Trying real hard, and you're making it real difficult.
Yeah, I can't stop myself.
Actually, mine wasn't going to be a joke. It was an anti-joke. A joke that's not funny. Like, hey, why does he make the greatest milkshakes? Because he uses the finest ingredients.
Oh, I hate you. Joe, are you dead?
I'm alive. I'm not humoring him with a laugh.
You don't have to. Others will.
I don't reward
Joe's like, not
you,
if I
Dustin.
cut you.
With a razor blade.
This is getting hot.
That's it for me, though.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us for another episode of Zero Supervision. You can follow us on Twitter at Zero Supervision. You can follow me personally on Twitter at @low_Billy Allen. Please remember to like and subscribe us on your respective listening app that you listen to us on.
You can follow me on Twitter at Joseph_Lawhorn. That's LAWHORN. Also, if you would like to support the podcast, please go to patreon.com/Zero Supervision. We'd really appreciate it.
You can follow me at Mehara1286, Mahera1286. Just like Joe said, follow us, do stuff. We're awesome. Make fun of Billy. We love it.
Send Dustin dick pics.
Yes,
all right,
please. I want dick pics.
You will get a shout out on the episode if you send Dustin a dick pic.
You will. I will call your ass out. I'll be like, hey, guess what, everyone? User on Twitter, Samsonite Jones, showed me his dick. Woo!
Oh, he's a lucky guy. All right, everyone. Peace out.
Night, guys.
Bye.